Senior X30 for the first round of the championship now, and it's going to be a good one. Josh Skelton and Elliot Harvey on the front row, Danny Curl and James Johnson on the second. From Hodgson and the rookie Sean Davidson, Turner, Pettit, Lees and Malin. That's your top 10. Then we've got Ward and Lawrence, Varney and King. Keep an eye on Morgan Rose and Ben Davis towards the back. Matthew Graham as well in 20th. Mark Kimber, Nicholas Scholl, Cameron Fisher in there as well. This one should be a cracker, and away we go straight away. Skelton is going to try and take the initial advantage. Through the first couple of corners we go. And is there going to be a little bit of a melee? Actually, the rain has stopped, so hopefully it's going to stay to be a clean race. But at the moment, it is Josh Skelton who holds that inside line as the Coles racer tries to stretch out an advantage, and we got two in the back. That's already two that have spun it there, but they've all managed to get started again. Well, I did say that. Now Morgan Rose and Charlie Lamb, they seem to be stationary at McRae's.
Place is being made up through the field. Somebody run wide out of McRae's as well on the rough stuff, on the mud, I should say, the rough stuff. It's turned into mud in these conditions. The runners and riders in this particular class on the left-hand side of your screen. Look out for Luke Hughes coming through the field. He's down in P30. He's had a nightmare so far. Running wide is the 95. Is he going to get back on just about?
Oh, that was very close indeed. That was Lewis King going sideways, manages to get the kart going again, and somehow that didn't turn into a mass pile-up. That could very easily have done. But Skelton leads the way here. Danny Curl right there in second position, having a look already. And Elliot Harvey trying to pick up the pieces in case they tangle. But they're in fourth position. We've got Johnson. Oliver Hodgson is there in fifth position. And Sean Davidson, the rookie, still doing a cracking job. Still there in the top six.
Ollie Hodgson picked out as my one to watch, the championship favourite, in my opinion. But that's only my opinion, guys. It's up to you to prove me wrong. And somebody that could prove me wrong, the 67 of Danny Curl in second place, and Josh Skelton certainly as well, no doubt. Danny Curl was picked out by Oliver Hodgson as his main championship rival, he felt, this season. But as he's finding out, James Johnson, Elliot Harvey are also in the mix as well.
This is really tight, and already we knew going into this one it was going to be a close battle, but already it's joined, and these two, James Johnson and Oliver Hodgson, are going to be pushing for the podium, so expect a few more choice overtaking manoeuvres. Still to your left, we've got still more great talent in the field. The Morris family back again once more, because we've got Anna in the mix there, as well as Richard. There's plenty of other drivers that could make a play. Paul Stewart, the 91 there as well. I've got my eye on the 96, Joe Turney. He'll be a real threat come the midpoint of the season. And hopefully there's going to be a few more great opportunities for him to push his way forward. Where is he at the moment? Well, at present, outside the top 15. That's unusual. But out in front, it's still Skelton. Then Curl, Harvey, Johnson, Hodgson. Davidson is there in 7th position ahead of Thomas Turner. Is that a move from Curl? He was thinking about it, wasn't he?
Not quite, hasn't quite got there. Elliot Harvey there close enough in third place. James Johnson goes through the line in fourth. Hodgson, Sean Davidson, the leading rookie. Thomas Turner, William Pettit in the top 10. Brett Ward
here
is
he goes.
into the top 10.
Curl, has a look. No, doesn't quite get the move done. That was very tight indeed. But watch Elliot Harvey in particular in third position. He's going to watch to see what Curl does. If he goes for the manoeuvre, there might be a window of opportunity. And if there's enough of a gap, he could go for the manoeuvre. Elliot Harvey trying to size up his situation here. Can he make the move on Danny Curl before Curl can even throw one up the inside of Skelton? And Johnson and Hodgson need to be mindful of what these three are doing as well. If they work together, they can push on to the back. It's actually mighty close from the front of the field to 15th position still. There is a little bit of a gap between 3 or 4 of the karts, but on the whole, it's actually still pretty even as Curl has another think about it on the inside of Skelton. But again, it's too high risk to go for a move at Paddock Bend this early. He's just sizing up the grip. Where can he make the push, and where is he going to have to back out of it? That's a nice move up the inside there, though, from Charlie Lamb. He gets through on the recovery drive. Danny Curl hurls it to the inside line from McRae's. Can he get a good exit, or is he going to get beaten to the chase by Harvey? Harvey tried very hard there, couldn't quite get the acceleration.
61 drivers in this field, the biggest field for 10 years in any class. 58 drivers in the juniors. That's the biggest junior field, but this is the biggest field, period, in any class in Super 1 for the last 10 years. Amazing number this year.
The Senior X30 definitely on the rise once more. But Skelton, Curl and Harvey, that's the battle up front, and there's now a three-way scrap for 4th position. Oh, that was a very close move.
You see how many people are running that curb there, Jake?
Yeah.
They will, at some point, I'm sure, during the weekend. There's still another final to come after this one. This is final one, but I'm not sure whether anybody's got the message yet that there are nose cone penalties being dished out for people that haven't hit anybody. They're hitting curbs, clearly, as you can see. They're running curbs all over the place. They're very high curbs here at Rowler, and that is clearly knocking nose cones back out of position. And if you come in and your nose cone is knocked out of position, I'll give you a story in a second, you get an automatic 10-second penalty. I understand somebody came in, you're coming off the track here, it's on a slight rise. Somebody got out of the cart in front of somebody else, let it roll back into the person behind them. It knocked their nose cone back. The race had finished, and he's got a 10-second penalty as well.
Astonishing.
Now that is not what we want to see, because that is not what the front fairings, the nose cones, were designed for. They're designed so that if you run into the back of somebody, there's going to be a penalty for you because it knocks your nose cone out of position, and it means that you get an automatically 10-second penalty. But you can see how high the curbs are. You see Danny Curl going over the curb there. He is risking knocking that nose cone back and getting a 10-second penalty. We've already seen so many karts get 10-second nose cone penalties at this meeting, yet they can't all be for running into karts in front, surely. And we know that Bradley Barrett, in his case, he led the race from start to finish, never hit anybody clearly, but run all the curbs, and that's obviously the quickest way round the track. But you are risking knocking your nose cone back, and it's an automatic penalty. No appeal.
Here goes Curl!
And Curl up the inside takes the lead, but he's just run over the curb, and running wide is Skelton, and nearly lost it, but holds on to it. And the 37, Elliot Harvey, now in the mix for the lead as well.
Well, that is an absolutely unbelievable move there from Curl. He left it right to the last, but he made the move stick. Lap further on, there's Matthew Graham battling it out with Paul Stewart. That's Hodgson! Look at the background!
In the background.
That is Oliver Hodgson!
Championship favourite is out of this one.
I don't believe it. That is an absolute nightmare of a start to Oliver Hodgson's season. He was right up there in the top 6, battling it out with James Johnson. Well, that hands 5th position to Davidson and 6th position to Thomas Turner. Absolutely disastrous. There he is, though, jumping over the barriers. Oliver Hodgson's race is over. Yeah,
the PF International man is out of this one, and he's going to have it all to do. You can't win the championship at round 1, but you can damage your chances, and this is going to hurt him, no doubt about it. In a big field, it's difficult.
Yeah, they do say, don't they, you can't win it at round 1, but you can lose it. That's a nice move up the inside there. Now, who's that making a charge forward? That's Sam McDonnell as he makes the move there on Philip Rawson. So a good move there from McDonnell to move up a place.
Brett Ward's in the top 10 in 7th place, made up 4 places.
William Pettit's there in 8th. Who's that?
Nicholas Scholl, European champion.
Oh yes, he's in the top 50.
In the Rotax classes.
And there's another rookie in the top 10. That's Levi King, who's just got there in front of Gus Lawrence, with McDonnell in 11th place. So that's the move that he made on Philip Rawson ahead of Varney. Then you have Jack Lees, and then Nicholas Scholl, as you mentioned, the Austrian.
Nicholas Scholl there in 15th place, won the Euromax European Championship.
Yes, he did.
A couple of years ago, I think it was, at the end of 2015, beat Axel Charpentier, both Strawberry Racing drivers.
Yeah, he did that at the ex-DTM venue Adria in Italy. They had the brilliant karting circuit round the back there as well. And that's fantastic, Philip, for Nicholas Scholl. But we go into the last lap now, I do believe. Yes, indeed. Danny Curl, having taken that lead off of Josh Skelton with that beautiful overtaking move, he's been able to get away, and he sets the fastest lap, 55.19. But Elliot Harvey has not been able to throw his defence to him as quickly as he'd have liked to, and he's going to have to remain in 2nd place. So Harvey has been well and truly beaten here.
Yeah, he has, but he won't be worried about that. This is round 1, and he's well in contention for the championship. Just the first final of the season, of course. Final 2 to come. We're not televising that this time because the conditions have been such. We had to make an executive decision about the weather, make sure we got races in the can. But here's Danny Curl around the left-hander for the final time. Right-hander is Paddock Bend, the final turn. It's Curl that takes the win for the first final of the season. Harvey in 2nd. Skelton's going to come through for 3rd. James Johnson in fourth, Sean Davidson the leading rookie in fifth. From Thomas Turner, Brett Ward, there's William Pettit, Levi King second rookie, and then rounding out the top 10, as we will see, is Jack Lees on the 18.
Well, that's only because of various penalties. So the actual revised result, it's Curl from Harvey and Skelton. Johnson is classified as fourth from Turner and Pettit. Lawrence is promoted to seventh ahead of Rawson with Varney and Jack Lees. So in the championship fight, Danny Curl leads it, but Josh Skelton, the man you see on your left, he's only 5 points behind him. Johnson in third position ahead of Turner and Harvey.
Well, that's all from round one of the championship. We're back at round two from Little Rissington. Honda Cadet, TKM and Rotax 177 makes a very welcome return. Join us again in a couple of weeks. We'll see you then.